Hey, welcome back, guys. Hey, welcome back, everybody. And in regards to all the commentary I saw last week on changing the channel name, like I had mentioned, I'm glad a lot of you guys like that idea, and I will likely make that change in the next couple of weeks, definitely by the end of the year. Likely am going to keep that simple and just throw aviation, the word aviation, on the end of the thing. That way I'm not limited. I did like a lot of the suggestions, like Phantom and Friends. That sounded good, like, you know, with PHs. But like I said, probably going to keep it simple and just throw aviation at the end of the channel there. And I will explain the how the name became to be. It goes back some years. But got some good work to do here. It's getting into winter time, so definitely doing a lot more of the ground servicing equipment. Things just tend to slow down this time of year. But definitely got some tugs to work on, and we got an intercom issue to tackle. So let's go get to work. All right, let's see what we get today. Hey! 11.4, we're doing good. We're gonna hit this thing with the big charger there. All right, charger's plugged. We're gonna give her, let's see, I'm gonna give her a good solid charge. Let's give her up to 35 amps. Let's do her for an hour. There we go. Now, it won't take full 35 amps the whole time. It'll only take what it needs, especially as it gets topped off. So, awesome. I think we saved it. All right, let's see what we got here. Hey, 100%. Perfect. Let's go ahead and unplug this. There we go. Take that off, take that off. Now, in theory, this should start right up.
That's the gas plug. You don't pull any airplane with that.
Alright, just took her for a lap around the field there. Well, just basically went to Vietnam War Flight Museum and back. Looks like the CH-46 guys are going to fly today, so maybe be able to catch that for on the camera later. But got this one flipped around. That was the big goal. She's going to stay in this hangar, but I found the jack stands also, so we're going to roll the forklift over, get her off the ground, and get that wheel cylinder out so we can fix that and get the brakes working on that tug. If we can restore that to operation, that means we have an aircraft tug again, and we don't have to go play musical tugs with Vietnam War Flight Museum. All right, let's check it in on this. Still looking pretty good. Let's see. Good temperature on the battery. It's not getting warm. It's always a good thing. If it's getting warm, that's a sure sign that that's a bad battery. But I'm not feeling anything abnormal. Usually around the negative post, you'll see the it's usually where the temperature rises, but it literally could be any of the 6 cells inside there. But it's feeling pretty normal. All right, let's see if my Nemesis will actually start today. I learned a neat little trick for this, so give it a little cranks, and this is actually the glow plug switch over here. 8, 9, 10. Nope. we got the drum off. After we got the wheel off, which is back there. So
Bearings are up there.
wheel came off. Had to take the spindle nut off, get the bearing out, and then this would come off. A little bit of brake dust inside there, no big deal. The brakes are in good shape, but now to get to this. That's the wheel cylinder on a drum brake. That's what's actually, once you step on the brakes, the hydraulic fluid comes down the hose, and it fills this chamber and pushes two pistons outwards like this to push against the shoe here and the shoe here, and they pivot off these pins down at the bottom. And when you release the brakes, this spring pulls them back retracted. So fairly simple. This is pretty old school stuff compared to disc brakes, which weirdly enough, disc brakes are in the back on this. Normally on passenger vehicles back in the day, it would when they were before they went to all disc, they would have disc in the front and drums in the back. But we got to get this out because right here on the back side, let's see, this bleeder screw that's right here underneath my finger, snap that off. It basically it's seized in place, and I just snapped it off whenever I tried to bleed this. So at this point now, I'm just gonna pull this hose off, these two bolts, and then this will just slide right out. All right, so charger's done on this. 12.2 volts. Hey, yeah, I know. All right, so what I'm about to do is I'm gonna crank her up and see how this battery reacts. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I'll let you know if I see a spark.
6S. Let's see if the alternator's doing anything. Well, that was successful. Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, we saved the battery. All right, we're about to make a little bit of noise. We're gonna roll the Dash 60 out, power the airplane, because we're gonna test some headsets, because we put some headsets on the test rig a little bit ago, and now we're gonna get this out and see what we can, if we making any headway with the intercom.
Okay, so we're going to be troubleshooting the comm issue here. What we found out on the test bench is plugging in through the Navy system, we're able to make everything function. And with the Air Force system, the microphones inside these headsets were amplified through the aircraft, whereas the Navy system, the amplifiers are on the microphones themselves. So what we're going to do here, since we know the audio portion of it, the listening portion of it was working last time, we've plugged a Navy microphone that worked on the test bench into the Air Force headset, and if everything works, then we know that we need to replace our microphones to the amplified microphones for the whole system to work.
Nice.
All right.
And then I'm on the Dash 60, you're up in the cockpit.
They'll be down here, so you guys just find some ears, and this shouldn't take us.
Yep.
Okay.
And
It shouldn't take but 30 seconds here. Just if you can hear me and we can both talk to each other, we know what the problem is.
Nice. All right, when you're ready. All right. Let's see. I charged this the other day.
took it somewhere.
So that sounds like it was successful.
It was. We got, I mean, crystal clear comms
Perfect.
on the intercom system now. Comms 1 and 3 are still not working on listen. That's what we were going to test, but the test equipment isn't here today, so
Got it.
well, there'll still be a little more testing on that. But the ICS, I think we've isolated that now.
Awesome.
Okay, so once we get power on, guys, we're going to do ICS check between the two cockpits, because the only thing we haven't checked so far is back seat. So once we got good ICS between the two cockpits, you're going to go through ADAS first on COM 2, because that one we know is working. Let's verify everybody here's ADAS. Then you're going to go to 123.45. We're going to cycle through comms 1, 2, 3, 4, or I'm sorry, 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to verify down here whether we're getting transmit out on those, because we know so far we haven't been able to hear on those radios. So we should be able to isolate whether we have just a listening problem or a transmit and listening problem on those radios.
Gotcha.
Everybody good?
Oh, where's the transmit key for the front cockpit?
It's the trigger on the stick. Yep.
Now, is it first stage or second stage?
All the way down.
All the way down.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. So really no safety concerns other than ears, and don't jump in over the top of the Dash 60 exhaust. So.
Awesome.
All right, guys, let's do it.
Everybody ready?
Yeah, he's good. Fire in the hole.
That is not good. Oh, she's slowing down.
No, yeah, kill it. We don't want it to light off like that.
Fudge.
False alarm.
The light was black.
And we can't jump start it with another bat. Wait a second.
What about the forklift?
No, that's a 12 volt.
That's 12.
That, however. Here, pop this door open for me.
Yep.
Let's try that. It does crank the mule. We know it does that.
Fire in the hole, part 2.
That's better.
All right, so we got good comms?
1, 2, and 3 all work.
Excellent. So that means that coax has to be to an antenna in the back on comms 1 and 3.
Yeah, we got ADAS on 2, but it was pretty bad for me, but we're in a hangar.
Yeah. Right.
But nothing on 1 and 3. Yeah, to him, perfect comms, loud and clear. Did you hear me well?
Yeah, I heard you on all 3, and we got good comms on all 3. I wonder.
So here's a question. How hard is it to put a male to female on a coax?
Not hard.
To splice the ends.
That's what I would like to do that and test that.
Yeah.
And then see if we get COM 1 and 3, and then we could put a permanent routing on that cable and fix it permanently.
Do y'all have BNC connectors or?
That's going to be a question for Charlie or one of these guys.
If not, we can get them here easily.
Charlie might. I know I don't.
That, and we got to have the crimp tool as well.
We got crimp tools for it. But I don't know if we have actual BNCs.
Now that's where you guys are in luck, because I've literally made up hundreds of those during my military service.
Good. Because that's what I'd like to do, is just test that before we do anything, is put 2 ends on that cable, make it 1, let's test comms 1 and 3 again. Yeah. If everything's working, then we can figure out fixing that cable permanently, and we know we don't have any comms issues.
Now it worked. Now I'm almost wondering if the antenna placement is preventing it from picking up ATIS.
It could be. Well, I'm wondering if COM 2 is using a lower antenna, and that's going to the upper, and 1 and 3 are using the upper, and they're not using both antennas?
Something like that.
It's possible.
One thing that would also probably be good to check is
it could be, even if it's not connecting to an antenna, that coax could still be radiating. And since
On its own, yeah, I've seen that before too, and it's enough to get to the 15 feet to my handheld.
Pushing 5 watts out of that, I mean, and we're so close. Eventually, it'd be good to get, like, pull this out, put it on one end, and put the guy with HP on the other end.
Right.
Test it that way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, like if we had a working tug?
Yeah. So
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
we're almost there. So that could be for a later date. But yeah, I got 1 through 3 perfect.
Yeah, same here. I did not. You were clear on all 3. So the cut coax, usually it works crappily if it does work at all.
Yeah.
So, to sum it up, we had a bad ground cable, we have a bad Y, we had bad microphones in the headset, or not bad, but just the wrong ones that need to swap out. We know comms 1 through 3 transmit fine from the aircraft.
They receive fine.
And receive fine. And we have an antenna issue possibly that we're not 100% on.
Could be, yeah.
So we don't really have that major comm issue that we thought we might have.
No.
Okay, we just got some small things.
Yeah, that's significant.
That's,
So
yeah, that's a big deal.
that,
Yeah.
that eliminates a lot of the avionics
eliminates a lot.
as far as good comms.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay. Well, that means we're further ahead than we thought. That makes
Yes.
me happy.
Very happy.
Very good. All right.
It would be a good idea to throw a bird on these. You know what a bird?
Yes, a through line watt meter.
Yeah, we
Yes.
need to throw a bird on them just to see if that's possible. We'd have to probably do it on the antenna side.
Yeah, somewhere wherever we can put the connectors or find the test cables to do it. But I think fixed station should be what, 25 watts? Because this is limited to 5 or 6.
That's 5. I think they should be 25.
Somewhere in that ballpark.
Yeah.
I am so happy we've got so many people that can speak this foreign language. I don't speak it, but I'm so glad y'all do.
I've had a commenter that's like, I'm glad you can speak Electron.
Yes, I speak hydraulic, I speak engines, I don't speak electric. So I'm so glad y'all are here.
But if we can check that, I mean, I had a lot of bad static on COM 3. It was very loud.
I was hearing it like, it was almost like side tone.
Yeah, so I think that could just be RFI from the ground card.
Yeah. But I've heard that plenty of times in other aircraft radio sets before,
Yeah.
so it's...
It could also be the wire. It could also be the cable that's cut.
Yeah.
You've got enough there that you're going to make an antenna to reach him.
Yeah. No, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, that could be comp 3 is the wire is the cable that's cut.
Yep.
Or we could get an SWR or a radiate.
A Viswar, but yeah, the through line, because not only do we see our forward power, we get to see the reflected.
Yeah.
Because the reflected will show us if we got a bad problem or not.
Yeah.
Because you're only supposed to have only so much, but if you got a lot, then you got problems.
Yeah.
I mean, a Viswar check does it too, but the through line makes it that much better.
Yeah, that's.
Well, if your Viswar's like 40 instead of 1.
It's like 1.5 to 1 is ideal,
Yeah,
or somewhere in that vicinity.
And I
if it's through the roof, you know you have a problem.
Yep.
And I can bring my antenna analyzer. It's just we're gonna figure out how to go from SMA to whatever the connectors are on this one.
Yep. You just need a connector kit. I may have one somewhere in my electronic stash at home.
Shoot me a DM. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Awesome.
Hey, we're doing good work.
Yes, we are. And sorry I couldn't record that only because I was on the headset. However, this is coming awfully handy for us. I'm glad this all worked out for us. So now I got another battery to deal with in the Dash 60, and well, now we got to push this back in the hangar, and I still got to go get that wheel cylinder out of that one tug. Oh, and for those that are wondering, 123.45 as a frequency is an undesignated, unused. It's not used officially by any airfield that I'm aware of, anyway, and it's very frequently referred to as fingers in aviation comms, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's pretty common ship-to-ship frequency if people want to chit-chat real quick. But since it's undesignated and unused, it's perfect for us to test. All right, back to this thing. So before I can take this out, this spring has to be disengaged because it's pulling them against the little pistons inside here. So I gotta unhook this spring. Thankfully, this is a very simple process. I just gotta unhook that spring, and those will just sit off to the side. Kinda wish I had a spring tool for this, but yeah, that ain't gonna work. that's on there. Vice grips. I tell you, it's been a minute since I've worked on drums. There. Oh, Jesus. That is on there. It's held against the... There's stopper pins. I still want to get this out. Give me a second. Got it. Good old leverage. Alright, so now I can get this out. There's two. And before I get too far, let's get this. Oh, that's too big. 5/8. Winner. So, that way. Come on now. Alright, may have to snug that back up real quick. There we go.
Percussive maintenance.
Yep. Take this. Ah, there we go. And put you back. No, that's so that bolt can. This is so you can put the wheel cylinder on either side and feed the brake line to it. Now I can just simply do this number. There we go. Hey, there's that copper washer. I'm gonna have to change that out. Okay, so it's weird. Okay. I got an assortment of pipe plugs here. I don't want this to leak everywhere. There. Alright, so here's that wheel cylinder, and that's what sheared off. That's the bleed screw, and which was flush to the back plate before. Now I can get some vice grips on it and hopefully twist this out. We'll see what happens. Oh, thank you, Will. Let's see what we can do here. I need a solid bite on this. So, yep, it's got to go that way.
Yep.
Oh, nope. She is not even going tight. No, I don't want to push my luck. If this is really stuck, then I may be out of luck with just doing this. Oh yeah, she ain't moving. Alright, I'm just going to end up crushing that. Alright, well, we got other options. Might hit this with a tap or just try to drill it out and re-tap the hole, or just go find a new one of these. Awesome. Well, we'll keep plugging away at it.
I think we're pretty good there, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, come on down.
We'll definitely flush this out afterwards.
Yeah, for sure.
How far down do you want to go?
Just keep on coming. Keep on coming. Alright, let's check that. That one almost all the way down. Do you want to...
No. There you go.
Let's see how this... Yeah, so let's transfer this back over here.
A device and a vice.
Yep.
Viceception.
Okay. Alright.
Doink. And
So let's get that.
your wrench, sir.
I want to get, we need a hammering thing. Should be on
Here's
here.
one.
That'll work. Oh, there we go. Move that.
Let's see. Yeah, go for it.
Can't get too close. That does
Yeah,
not
it doesn't.
focus
It
well.
does not.
And I gotta go that way. And I'm kind of facing the wrong way with the jaws.
She biting?
Nope.
It stripped out. It bit and then stripped.
All right, so let me see it.
You got the gloves on. I think you need a bigger boat.
Here, get on the wrench for me.
Uh-huh.
Watch your hands. Get it nice and tight. All right, now turn as I'm hitting. Go, turn.
It stripped.
It stripped it. Okay. All right, so let's see.
Man, that is stuck.
That's that easy out. Let me go. I know we've got some other easy outs. Let's keep.
All right, we're gonna give up on this because, well, despite our efforts, we can't get that out. So I'm gonna take this to an auto parts store and see if we can get anything that will work for us. Oops, sounds like it's raining outside. But yeah, I'm gonna take this to an auto parts store and see what we can match up and get into the tug and get some brakes going again. All right, let's check on this battery before we head out. Hey, 80%, awesome. So we'll let that run, that'll top this off. Let's see, battery is not warm, and then I'll likely pull the caps off it next week, check the water level. I'll bring in some distilled water for that. So, glad we got that. I'm glad we were able to save that battery, glad it cranked up. Got a lot of good work done. Hopefully I can find a wheel cylinder at the auto parts store. We're still plugging away at the intercom system, but I'm glad we got a lot of good stuff and we know what works and we know what doesn't work. We'll get some headsets working in the next couple weeks. So with that, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you next time.